Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, I'm going to talk about the subject harness versus collar. And especially harness versus collar when you are taking your dog out with you in the outdoors. So stay tuned. I think it's one of the most common questions that I got. What do you let wear Ravi when you're taking him out hiking or backpacking? So today I would like to talk a little bit more about that subject and my choices in regards to harnesses versus collars. I have the little man here with me, so before he is off to sniff around in the garden, I'm going to give my opinion about this subject straight away. And harness versus collar, harness, definitely, without a doubt. And make sure that it is a well-fitted harness. If it is not a well-fitted harness, well, then it's just as rubbish as a collar is. But I always prefer a harness, and I'm going to tell you why. So when you are letting your dog wear a collar, there are some, here in his neck, there are some vital parts that can really be damaged at the moment that your dog is wearing a collar. That's what I mean. He is off to sniff now. So there are some parts in the dog's neck that can be damaged pretty badly when you are letting your dog wear a collar. I will blend in a photo right now, so that you can see a little bit of a difference what it does when a dog is wearing a collar around his neck or a well-fitted harness. And as you can see on this photo, when your dog is wearing a collar, it gives the effect of being strangled. And well, I think nobody likes that feeling. I mean, I don't think that we would like it if we are hiking for hours or days with the constant feeling of having a hand around your throat that is trying to strangle you. So you can't breathe and things are getting damaged into your neck. So that is first of all the reason that I absolutely do not like collars. It is sort of a health issue, and to become to the point that I do not want to harm Ravi in any sort of way. And yes, okay, this looks fancy. Okay, this is one of the fanciest collars that my dogs have, but it looks fancy, but it does not give any safety at all. I mean, when you are doing it a little bit too loose, putting on a little bit too loose in your dog's neck, and he's pulling backwards or sliding down a cliff when you are hiking into the mountains, your dog is gone. He will slip out of it super easily, and it gives no protection, no safety at all. So therefore also a reason to ditch the collar. So yeah, I think that my opinion is clear. I always prefer a harness, even in daily life. This is just one of the harnesses that my dogs wear in daily life. It's by the brand of NEX, not being sponsored. I paid all the products in my videos my own. So make sure that you're having a well-fitted harness. This is a so-called Y-shape harness. Well, I think that you can see why. It forms the shape of the letter Y. And this is to make sure that there are no pressure points on crucial body parts of your dog. There are also harnesses like Norwegian harnesses or those Julius K9 harnesses. You have those here in the Netherlands with those nice fancy patches on the side that you can have custom printed. Pretty cool, but they are so uncomfortable for your dog. They are restricted in their shoulder, they are restricted in their movement. So those are not harnesses that are suitable for going in the outdoors. But when we are just doing a simple day hike, Ravi and Max are just wearing their regular day harnesses. So nothing special, nothing fancy, but just a well-fitted harness. So the Y-shaped, like I mentioned, and always making sure that the shoulder of your dog, which comes here in between, is nice and free. And that you always have between this part where the bottom of the Y-shape is touching the chest of your dog, you have always a minimum of 2 fingers behind it. So between this and the front paw of your dog. So that he or she has a lot of possibility to move around, run around without being restricted and without being uncomfortable. And when we are out on a longer trail or a backpacking trip, several days, then my dogs are always wearing a special harness. Usually the ones by Roughwear. I always started with the Webmaster harness, but it turned out that Ravi is getting pretty warm in that one. So this year we changed to the Roughwear Flatline harnesses, and they are super safe for the mountains. As you can see, this regular harness has only one clip here. This one has 2. So when you're taking your dog out on longer hikes, backpacking trips, multiple day hikes, through hikes, whatever you would like to take your dog on, this safety is very good to have with you. And it is not only for dogs that are a little bit afraid out on the trail, because Ravi isn't afraid out on the trail. He has very lot of confidence to hike on the trail. When he is not trusting anything, he's relying on me. So I am not letting Ravi wear this harness for that reason, but it is still out of a safety reason, because harnesses like this, when your dog, for example, is sliding off a cliff or something, they can slip out. The front paws can slip through here, then this part is around their neck, and one more pull and it's off and your dog's down. And with these harnesses, that is practically impossible, because you have the clip here, then you have this one as a protection, plus there is a belly protection. So this part is impossible to slip through their front paws. Once a paw has gone through this one, there is nothing left here anymore to provide that bit of safety. So here you have the double safety. So this is absolutely a recommendation when you're taking your dog out. Of course, you can use any other brands as well. This is also based on the Y shape, as you can see, 2 straps from here forming here at a base on the chest of your dog. So those harnesses are just a point of safety, and I don't think nobody wants to lose their dog out on the trail. You hear it sometimes, you hear it happened recently. It happens on the Appalachian Trail as well. The dog Sadie got lost. I don't know if she has been found yet. I believe she isn't. That would be a nightmare of mine. I mean, a few months ago I made a video about Max being attacked, that one of my nightmares became true. Well, I think a dog attack is equal with losing one of my dogs out on the trail. So therefore, one of these harnesses is an essential, and yeah, just a bit of safety. And we make sure that we all have really proper gear out on the trail. Make sure that your dog has some as well. Does that mean that I do not bring a collar at all? No, that's not true. I have a collar on my backpacking gear list. It is with me standard, with a little short leash for Ravi and a collar, because when we are going to sleep, Ravi is wearing a collar, because I think that if he is wearing a harness like this, it is not very comfortable for him to sleep in all night. So when we are going to bed, I am letting him wear a collar, and then you can say, well, you can take everything off in the tent. Yes, I can. Ravi isn't going anywhere, but that is just a safety issue as well, because for whatever kind of reason, when we have to leave the tent straight away at night, for example, there are animals around the tent, wild boar or something, Ravi has to throw up, in case Ravi ate something bad out on the trail and he has diarrhea. I do not want to be fiddling around with putting on a harness like this, because of all the straps, this is obviously not a harness that you put on within 10 seconds. So at night, Ravi always wears a collar. But as soon as we are getting up in the morning, that thing's going off again and it's going to be changed out for a safe and well-fitted harness. There are many reasons for you to choose for a collar, but if you are aware and taking care of your dog's health, your dog's safety, and just being around in a safe and proper way out on the trail, then I think that a collar shouldn't even be something to consider. It is just a harness that your dog should wear whenever he's being out on the trail, especially when your dog is pulling on the leash a lot. I mean, when you're out on the trail for an entire day, like I mentioned in the beginning of this video, well, put your hand on your throat with a little bit of force and think about that feeling for 8, 9, 10, 11 hours. Having that feeling, it doesn't feel nice, it is not good for your health, and yeah, it is just not comfortable, it is not safe. So my recommendation is to always let your dog wear a harness. So recap, Y-shaped harness, well fitted. A custom one is always the best, and you have to measure your dog, or you can go to someone who is making those harnesses, having your dog being measured. Nice thing about that, you can most of the time customize it in regards to size, colors, whatever you prefer, patterns on the fabrics that you are going to be using under the harness itself. So yeah, I think if you ask me, well, it might not be a very long video, but my opinion about this subject is super clear and will never ever change. If you have any questions in regards to this subject, feel free to send us an email or ask in the comment box below, and we are happy to help you out. This is my opinion. You might have another one, but please consider the safety and health of your dog. And yeah, that will definitely improve your dog's time out on the trail as well. If you like this video, give us a like, subscribe to the channel and notify the alarm bell. And then as always, enjoy the outdoors. We'll catch you on the next trail. Goodbye.